Well, it's been a long day, and I have an update after spending the entire day making phone calls and sending emails and answering emails and doing more research. So I can get some deionized water locally, and it will only cost me $1.50 a gallon, but I have to supply the 55-gallon drum. So I'm waiting on somebody or a few somebodies that have 55 gallons plastic drums, how much it'll cost. And so once I got that figured out, we'll get that taken care of. And for the time being, that'll take care of that. But eventually, as I get going and start producing and ramping up production, I'm going to have to put in my own deionizing system. And my friend Ryan in Colorado already, he's in that business, so he's already talked to his people at work at his job, and they're going to see about putting together a system for me, or at least what I need, and then I can build it myself. And then I was fortunate enough to actually talk to an anodizing expert who's been in the business for over 50 years, and he said that that lead plate should not have done that even if there was distilled water in there. So what he is saying is that there was either something on the lead or there's something in the lead. And so I double checked where did I buy the lead, and guess where the lead comes from. You get two guesses and one doesn't count. So, my guess is, as usual, with all things that we can't depend on when it comes to Chinesium, they're putting stuff in the lead and it's not 100% pure. So I either need to find 100% pure lead, or this anodizer, he said that he uses 6063 aluminum cathodes in his tank. Actually, that's what that is, a cathode. It's not an anode. So he uses the 6063 aluminum, and that's what he recommends that I use. So I'm going to head to the metal store sometime this week, and I need to figure out if I'm going to change this. How am I going to go about doing it? So I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to have to see what they have and then go with that. And so I got a lot figured out today, which was really good because, Saturday or Friday or whatever the heck it was pretty doggone stressful when I came and saw that mess in there. So yeah, that's pretty much where it's at. And I guess one thing I didn't mention on these buckets is that although I've got more colors than I have buckets available, and one of the other reasons I can't really be drilling into my buckets and having stuff plugged into it is because I'm going to be pulling them in and out. So I need them to be kind of portable. Eventually, I was looking at an anodizing setup, and what they have is a really long rectangle plastic tank, and there's dividers that are, along the way, and each divider has something. One divider is desmudder, deoxidizer, rinse, anodizing tank, rinse, whatever dies. So I think, down the road, and this is a while down the road, maybe a couple years down the road, after I'm producing and seeing how things go, that would probably end up being what I end up doing. And by that time, I'm not even going to be doing this in here. I'll probably just keep this set up for hobby stuff. But that's what I've seen them doing with their anodizing setup, and I also looked at a big company in Germany that anodizes, and their setup is like that too, except much larger. Their tanks are really freaking big, and they got a big old crane that hovers over all the tanks. But so yeah, they got that available for my size of business as well as industrial. But I think that solved a lot and a lot of stress relief today. And so while I'm at the metal place checking out the 6063, I'm also going to get the aluminum I need to make that pump, and just go from there. And I think that pretty much in a couple weeks it's going to take before I can have all this done to conduct my final test. Once I have everything done and I test everything here, then I'll be ready to anodize, and then I'll start practicing on the aluminum I bought and see how all that goes. But otherwise, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to cough up nearly $400 frickin' dollars plus to buy deionized water. That was ridiculous. It'll be just under $70 for 55 gallons. The 55-gallon drum is probably going to be around $100, but you can't factor that in. So whenever I need to refill it, it's going to be just under $70. So that's not bad. I can't really complain about that. It's a lot better than what I was looking at. And so yeah, I'll have to build a special rack for the shop van so I can put that in there and not have to worry about it, rolling around as I transport it. So I'll be working on that as soon as I get the drum in. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the update. Thank God. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.